All right. Good morning, good afternoon, crypto ambassadors, wherever you are across the world. Let me hope you are okay. Let me hope everyone is fine. My name is Sembata Chris from Uganda. I'm one of the leaders that you are working with in this opportunity of cryptocurrency trading using an AI or a robot called Repu. Today, it is a Thursday, and always on Thursday, I'm the one in charge of the training. So we are still continuing with our team building skills, how you can build a team. I know so many people have challenges, they have problems in communicating with people, they have challenges in introducing people into the business. However, as I told you, by the end of my training sessions, you would have become a very good team builder. That's when, in case you want it. You know, as leaders, we always share information, give you knowledge and skills. By now, we cannot force anyone to become successful because success is largely depending on you. It is largely depending on you. The effort you put in, the efforts you put in to learn what to do, and you put in action what is being taught. You put in action what is being taught. So the more you practice, the more you learn. The more you practice, it is the more you will always learn what to do. So it is very important for you to know that whatever I've been teaching you, once you practice it, it becomes a game. Networking is just a game. It is a game. Once you have mastered it, you get to know that it is a game. So share the link. Share the link. We are still very few. Share the link. We are still very few. Share the link. We are still very few. This training is going to be very short. It is going to be very short. It is going to be very short. Share the link. Invite your leaders. And leaders that always are involved in our Sunday sizzle, the sizzle on Sunday, our program on Sunday should be here. The topic is how to become a good presenter. How to become a good presenter. That's what we are going to talk about today. You know, it is always good to have communication skills whenever you are communicating to someone or trying to introduce someone into the business. Communication skills is very important. How do you start a conversation with someone? They always say that the 10 words the 10 words you first tell to a person are better than 1,000 words you are going to speak next. The introduction, how you introduce yourself. So team builders, gather here. How you are going to become a good presenter. That's what we are going to talk about today. So please share the link. We give you skills, or I give you skills. What are you supposed to tell about how to become a good presenter? It is what we are going to talk about. How to become a good presenter in our business. How can you become a good presenter in our business? So it's going to be a very short training, but I think it is important for someone to know this. Whenever you're going to communicate with people, whenever you are going to talk with people, this should be very, very important. So by the end of the training, I would like people to develop what I'm going to talk about. How to become a good presenter. So a good presenter is a storyteller. Is a story what? Is a storyteller. So how to become a good presenter? And I said a good presenter is a storyteller. How many of you have been on different ceremonies? Maybe it is a birthday party, maybe it is a graduation party. Even I've noticed that on funerals, people tell their stories on funerals. People tell their stories. So stories help to connect you with the people you are communicating with, and this creates sympathy in their mind, whereby the sympathy card wins you an activation. The sympathy card wins you an activation. So good presenters are storytellers. So if you want to become a good presenter, if you want to become a good presenter, you are supposed to be a good storyteller. If you want to become a good presenter in our business. And I've told you, stories help us to connect with the people we are communicating with about our business. Are we getting the point? So how to be a good storyteller? How are you going to be a good storyteller? Facts tell, but stories sell. That's it is a slogan in our networking business. Facts tell, but stories sell. People want to know how your life has transformed through the opportunity you are telling them to join. So as you start to present, to someone, or you are given a chance to present on a Zoom presentation, or you are on a Google Meet, the first thing for you to start with, it is a story. It is a story, because stories help to connect you with the audience you are communicating with. So it helps to capture the attention. It captures the attention of the audience you are communicating with. I don't know if you are getting the point. So stories help us to connect with the people. Now, how to be a good storyteller? How to be a good storyteller. I know so many people here, you don't have stories. Even when we call you on the Zoom and you start communicating with people, you don't have a story. You don't have a story at all to help you connect with people. How many people have heard us talking about our stories, and then you end up crying because you have heard someone's story? How many of you? Type 1 if you have been you have if you have had someone whose story and then you got emotionally touched and you end up crying. Type 1 in the chat. So after listening to that someone whose story, how were you feeling? Didn't it catch your attention? And then you were like, let me listen more. I want to listen more. What happened next? What happened next? Didn't that story motivate you to work so hard so that you can also change your life? So that is the power in storytelling. So whenever you are given a chance in our business to communicate with people, to come on an international Zoom, to come on an international Google Meet, once you are given a chance, please start with a story. Storytelling in our business. Imagine now, if you are telling this story to someone who wants to join the business. Imagine you are telling a story to someone who wants to join the business. They are going to get emotionally attached to you, and you are going to get their attention. They're going to listen to you more. They are going to listen to you more because your story has touched them emotionally. That is the power of storytelling. So I've told you the training is going to be very short for today, but so meaningful. How to become a good storyteller. 1, start with your name. Start with your name. What is your name? Say, my name is. Some people, when they are communicating, they start by names. I'm so and so. Doesn't look professional. Doesn't look professional. So you should start with, my name is Vince from Nigeria. My name is so and so. How to become a good storyteller. Where you come from. Where you come from. Where do you come from? Some people are very ashamed of where they are coming from. Where are you coming from? My name is so and so. I come from such and such a place. Tell us your profession. What do you do? You get it? What do you do? Your profession, where and how you came to know about Royal Q. Where and how did you become, how you came to know about Royal Q. First, my name is, where you come from, your occupation, or what do you do. Then talk about where and how did you become to know about Royal Q. So I came to know about Royal Q through a friend whom we have been chatting with on Facebook, whom we have been chatting with on WhatsApp, on TikTok. You get it? So what are you trying to put in someone's mind who is listening to you? You are trying to tell them that you can find someone on TikTok, you can find someone on Facebook or WhatsApp, and they get started into the business. So the same way you are showing that person in the business, it is the same way you are shown the business. It builds trust. 1, 2, it builds confidence within a person. You get it? How and where did you come to know about Royal Q business? Those are some of the things that are supposed to be in your story. Start with your name. That is 1. My name is so and so. Where you come from. It's very important. Let people know where you come from. Because in the audience, you may be talking with people who come from the same country that you are from. Or you may be talking about with people who come from the same village. The same village that you are coming from. And this, I am sure, when I was in my former network marketing company, people of the same country that speak the same language, people of the same village, they are easy to connect with. Let me give an example. I may have communicated with a person coming from Nigeria. Yet me, I'm in Uganda right now. When the person goes to someone who is from Nigeria, and they are in the same country, they are speaking the same language, do you think that person will come back to me who is from Uganda and I'm using a different language? They will not come back. So that's why in a story, I told you stories help you to connect with the people in the audience that you are communicating with. We have got a lot of people in our inboxes simply because the person heard that you are coming from Butambala or you are coming from Masaka, Masaka Road. And then people are saying, me, I will just go with someone who is coming from Masaka because I'm also from Masaka. That's what they always say. So imagine you are presenting to people and you have not told them where you are coming from. In the audience, you may be communicating with someone who is coming from Masaka. You may be communicating with someone who is coming from Cameroon and you are also from Cameroon. So it is going to be very easy for you to connect because you are sons of the soil. Because you are sons of what? Sons of the soil. So stories help to connect you with people. Some people fear to tell us where they are coming from. I don't know why. Are they scammers? Huh? People fear to tell, even their villages, they fear to, I don't know if they are scammers. Tell us your profession. I'm an engineer by profession who is currently working with the Royal Q. You get it? In the audience, you may be having some engineers, people of the same career, people coming from the same countries that speak the same language. It is very easy for them to connect because conversations are going to be flowing. They are going to be flowing. You are talking about some things that a person knows very well. You are from Nigeria and the person is from Nigeria. So you are talking about things that people know, that the person knows. So conversations are going to be flowing. And this is going to build a relationship between you two people. And at the same time, it is going to build trust. You cannot be a good team builder if you are so closed. You are so closed. Open up. Open up to people if you are to connect with them. We said start with your name, where you come from, tell us your profession, where and how you came to know about the business. Then tell us something about what you were doing. Tell us something good about what you were doing. No, as an engineer, yes, my job was paying me. A second. So tell us something that you never liked about what you are doing. So tell us something good about what you were doing. At the same time, in your story, you can tell us something that you never wanted, something that was not good about what you were doing, and how Royal Q came to your rescue. Are you getting the point? How Royal Q came to your rescue. So I say, tell us something good about what you were doing before joining the business. And then tell us something bad that you never liked about what you were doing. Yes, you were a house manager, you were a kadama, and you were being paid every month. But the money that was given to you, it was not enough for you to live a life of your dreams. Now, I joined Royal Q simply because I needed another extra source of income. Are you getting the point? So, as a doctor, I was paid very well, but I needed that time to stay with my family. Doctors, we are always busy. We don't have time for our families. My family was seriously getting destroyed. We always had fights and quarrels with my wife at home. She was every time complaining about time, that I'm not giving her time. After realizing that Royal Q can give me money, at the same time it gives me an opportunity to stay with my family as I'm working from home, I joined the business. I joined the business. Are you getting the point? So tell us something good about what you were doing. At the same time, you can tell us something that you never liked about what you were doing before. What you were doing before. Of course, as a hawker, all of you know I was a hawker selling second-hand t-shirts. As a hawker, I used to get money to eat, only eating, and maybe paying rent where I was staying. But I did not realize, but the opportunity was not giving me money that can change my life or live a life of my dreams. I had a big dreams driving a car, building houses, buying land, and the money I was getting through selling second-hand clothes, it was not enough. It was not enough. So I used to move long distances. I used to move long distances trying to find potential customers who are going to buy from me. But imagine moving a distance of 2 kilometers, 1 mile, 20 kilometers, 50 kilometers, and you end up not getting anyone to buy from you. Imagine. So that's what I did not like about this business, about what I was doing before. So RoyalQ came to my rescue. You get it? So tell us something good about what you were doing. Tell us more about what you never liked, about what you were doing. Because it is that reason why you joined RoyalQ. You get it? How RoyalQ came to your rescue. What you never liked about what you were doing, it is a motivating factor as to why you joined RoyalQ. Because you saw that it can change your life. So in your story, both things should be available. Then tell us some achievements. The achievements you have got through the business. The achievements you have got through the business. If any, that's when you have achievement that you have made into the business. If you don't have any achievement, how do you predict the future with RoyalQ? How do you predict the future with RoyalQ? So all of those, share your dreams. Share your dreams. With RoyalQ, I see myself buying land. I see myself constructing my future house. I see myself taking my children to better schools. I see myself having time for my family. I see myself constructing my first set of apartments. I see myself living that good life, going for vacations and having a happy life. Predict the future if you don't have any achievement. If you have some achievements that you have made into the business, share with us the achievements that you have got into the business. Are we together? So that should be storytelling. If someone was writing, you can follow those. You can follow those steps for you to become a good storyteller when it comes to our business. I've told you stories help to connect you with the audience that you are communicating with. So it is very important for you to start with a story whenever you are given an opportunity to present to people about your opportunity. So start with your name. What is your name? Where you come from? Tell us your profession, what you are doing currently. What you are doing currently. Where and how you came to know about RoyalQ. I came to know about RoyalQ through a friend called so and so, whom I met on Facebook. So we have been chatting for a very long time. Or I saw him posting something. Then I got interested. I went into his inbox. He taught me, I understood the business, and I got started. You get it? So tell us something good about what you were doing. What were you doing before? Before this, what were you doing? Before joining Royal Q, I was a chef, I was a hawker, I was an engineer, I was a mechanic, I was so and so. Of course, being a mechanic, I used to get something to eat. But life is not all about paying bills and you die. I used to get what to eat, paying rent, and other things. But I wanted an extra thing, something that can help me live a life of my dreams. You get it? So tell us something bad about what you were doing before. Something bad about what you were doing before. As a mechanic, you know, you always have oil spread over you, you know, you lift heavy things, and lifting heavy things can even lead you to getting sick. Are you getting the point? So tell us something bad that you never liked it about what we are doing. Now, having introduced to Royal Q, and they told me you can work from home using your phone, I was so motivated. I was so inspired to get started into the business. Now, tell us how the business came to your rescue. Tell us some achievements if you have some. So if you don't have some, predict the future. How do you see the future? With Royal Q, I see myself driving. I see myself in my own house. I see myself buying land. Just predict the future if you don't have any achievements when you are telling us a story. Otherwise, I told you today the training is going to be very short, but I'm going to give an assignment to everyone who has been part of the training. Can we develop our stories? You write the stories and then you post them on our Crypto Ambassadors group. Can you? If you can type a 1. If you can type a 1. Depending on what I've given you. Can we develop our stories and then we put them on our Crypto Ambassadors group? Let us collect you where you have gone wrong. We collect you. Then we see how we can move together. Stories help you to connect with the people. Whenever you are given a chance to communicate with people, start with your story. Start with your story. Maybe you are a carpenter. You are a carpenter. You are communicating with your fellow carpenters in the audience. So in their mind, you are telling them that a carpenter can change his or her life through the opportunity. You know, there are so many hawkers. People have been selling second-hand clothes here in this business. But whenever they listen to my story, when I'm telling them my story, whenever they listen to it, they get inspired. If someone has not yet started in the business, they are going to get started into the business. Why? Because they are seeing their fellow hawker whose life has changed. Are you getting the point? They are seeing their fellow hawker whose life has changed. Therefore, in their mind, it is categorically clear that their life can also change through this opportunity. You are a doctor. In the audience, you are communicating with your fellow doctors. You get it? So what you are trying to create in their mind, you are telling them that doctors can also do this business. As long as they are doctors, you are also a doctor, of which you are in the same profession. So this makes them easy to believe. It makes it easy for them to believe that the business is going to work for them. You are a doctor, the business has worked for you as a doctor, so it means the business can also work for them because they are also doctors. So can we develop stories and post them on the crypto ambassadors groups? Then we get to correct where have you gone wrong in storytelling. So someone is saying storytelling has been part of human experience since the dawn of time. We use stories to connect with others, experience emotions, and to feel understood. In business, storytelling plays a critical role in driving change, building trust, and credibility. Are you getting the point? So people know the power of storytelling. You know, they are very simple things that you take for granted, yet they are strong pillars in building the business. Someone understands the power of storytelling. See her in the comment section. Shadi B. Is it Shadi B? Yeah. You see her knows the power of storytelling. Connect with people, experience, build his trust and credibility. So I want everyone to start writing that. So today, before if we even continue with anything, sit down and think about it. I have given you the steps, then that should be your story. Yes, it can work on TikTok. It can very well, as long as you know how to tell it very well. As long as you know how to tell it very well. How Royal Q has changed your life. How do you predict the future? Tell us your profession, what you were doing before joining Royal Q. What are some of the challenges you were facing in your profession, in what you are doing, and what forced you to join Royal Q? What forced you to join Royal Q? You know, these are facts. You are talking about facts. Facts tell, but stories sell. So yes, of course, being a doctor, there are some challenges that you face. Some are underpaid. Some are underpaid. You don't have time for your family. Wake up very early in the morning and you leave late at the work. Hmm? Maybe you are an employee. You are employed. Hmm? The way your bosses treat you, even however, even though they are paying you, but the way that you are being treated. So why did you join Royal Q? I wanted to become my own boss because I was tired of the way my bosses used to treat me. So you are communicating with someone who is employed and they are passing through the same situation that you passed through. And then you are showing them how Royal Q helped you to become your own boss, and therefore you are no longer treated like before when you were employed. This time round, you are your own boss and you are enjoying life. You get it? So you are a doctor, you are a teacher, maybe you were underpaid. The money you were given, it was small. And sometimes it is not coming in time. It is not coming in time. You spend 1 month, 2 months without being paid. Tell them how Royalty came to your rescue. So with Royalty, I am earning on a daily basis. At the same time, I have time freedom where I can do what I want. Are you getting the point? So predict the future. If you have some achievement, you can tell us. If you don't have any achievement, predict the future. How do you see the future with Royalty? How do you see the future with the Royalty? So, if you are good at storytelling, you are going to touch very many people's hearts. You are going to touch very many people's hearts. And then you are going to see people coming into your inbox for activations. Activations. Because you have touched their hearts. It is okay. You can put the story on TikTok. It is okay if you can record a video when you are telling your story. If you know how to narrate it, you can post it on Instagram. You can post it where on each and every platform that you are on. Your own story with Royalty. Who showed you the business, how and when, how and where and how did you come to know about the business? I came to know the business about from a TikTok friend who shared the opportunity with me. So you are telling someone that I can share with you the opportunity on TikTok, you get started and your life can change. You get it? Because the same way you are seeing the business, it is the same way the business was shared to me. So as I'm sharing the business with you on TikTok, you can join and then your life can change like mine. That's what you are telling the person indirectly. Storytelling is power. So please, leaders who have been here, I want you to develop a story. You develop a story of your own. Post it on the Crypto Ambassadors group. Let us know where you have made mistakes, and then I'm going to be there to advise. Maybe also other leaders can also advise. I think that is going to be my work of today. It is going to be my work of today, trying to guide people on how to make us good stories or how to become good storytellers. So write a story depending on what I've taught you, then post it on our crypto ambassadors groups. Then I'll be there. I'll be there to advise where you have gone wrong and what are you supposed to change and how are you supposed to do it. Very well, so the story comes out when it is okay. That's what's going to be my work of today. I'm not going to do anything. For everyone who is going to put in time to develop a story, I'm not going to do anything for today. I'm going to be there trying to collect people's stories. You develop a good story of your own. Whenever you are given a chance to communicate in public about your business, start with your story. Start with your story. So I wish you a nice day. Thank you for listening to me. You have been such a very wonderful audience. I wish you the best. We make a video or type. You can type. You can type. You write it and then you post. After mastering it, first write it and you post. Then after mastering it, you know how to narrate it. To narrate it, then you can make a video. But you first write, we identify where you have done mistakes. Where you have done mistakes, we correct you. Then after collecting and developing a very good story, then you can narrate it in a video, you post it anywhere. You post it anywhere that you want. Coach, should we use English or my language? You can use English. You can use English because are you going to write it in Uganda? Stories are going to be written in English. They are going to be written in English. So where should the story start from? Where we are employed or from younger ages? When you are employed, when did you start working? The hustle. When you started your hustle, maybe from school, can start from school. When you graduated and decided the hustle. Are you educated or you are not educated? When did you start the hustle? What do you pass through? Should not be too long, should be short. However, there are some key points that we need from the story. There are those key points that we need from the story. Your name, where you are coming from, tell us your profession, where and how you came to know about Royal Q. Where and how you came to know about Royal Q. Tell us something good about what you were doing. Tell us more about what you never liked about what you were doing. You know, there are those touching moments. There are those touching moments. You know, we have so many stories. We have so many stories. Even me, I have so many stories. If I start to tell my story, but I just choose those moments that are so touching, where you struggled so much. Where you struggled so much. Those moments are the ones that we want. Where you struggled so much. Where you felt like everything is not working out. Hey, filter it out. You give us the best. You give us the best. You give us the best. So, good storytellers are money makers. I'm telling you the fact in MLM. So, if you want people to get the attention of people to listen to you more, then you need to be a storyteller. However, so many people don't have stories. Of course, we know that. You don't have stories. That's why today, me, I've told you, go and develop a story, post it, write it down, you post it. I'm going to be there to correct. Even if you are how many people, I'm going to be there to correct your stories. Tell you change this and this. Here you are supposed to do this and this. So do this. That's what I'm going to do. You write, you finish, you post it. I correct you. Then after collecting those small mistakes, and we feel that the story is okay, then it is okay. You can narrate it, you master it in your head. Whenever you are given time to present, you start with your story to connect with the people.